Alright, let's look at some more of these suckers. It says the tank can be filled by one hose in 10 hours and another hose in 15 hours. The tank can be emptied by a drain pipe in 30 hours if the drain is open while the tank is being filled by both hoses. How long will it take to fill the tank? Alright, so we've got tank number A, right? So one tank, 10 hours. So A is going to be 1 over 10. B, we'll just say another hose. B is 1 over 15. The other tank's going to empty it, so a drain pipe of 30 hours. So empty, negative 1 over 30, right? Because we're emptying it. We want to know together, right? So it's going to be equal to 1 over x. Together, 1 over x. So here we go. We got A, which is 1 over 10, plus B, which is 1 over 15, minus the 1 over 30, is going to be equal to 1 over x. Alright, so again, we want to find a common denominator. I'm going to go ahead and subtract this to this side. So I've got 1 over 10, plus 1 over 15, minus 1 over 30, minus 1 over x is equal to 0. So my common denominator here would be 300x, right? So I need to multiply this by 30, x, so this is going to become 30x. I need to multiply this by 20, it's going to become plus 20x. I need to multiply this by 10x, so minus 10x. And this needs to be multiplied by 300, so minus 300 over 300x is equal to 0. So let's combine these. We get 50 minus 10 is 40. X minus 300. This goes away when we multiply by 300x, so that's equal to itself, right? So equal to 0. So we can move this 300 to the other side, add 300. So we got 300 divided by 40. 300 divided by 40, we would say x is equal to about 7.5 hours. Victoria can wash the car in 30 minutes. Wyatt needs 40 minutes to wash it. If they work together, can they wash the car in less than 16 minutes? Okay, so let's see. If Victoria can wash it, one car, in 30 minutes, we know that Wyatt is going to be 1 over 40. We know that together is equal to 1 over x. We want to know the hours. We want to know if that's less than 16 minutes. So 1 over 30 plus 1 over 40 is equal to 1 over x. Let's figure out what x is. Let's figure out how long it takes. So I'm going to find my common denominator. Common denominator here could be 120. So this needs to be multiplied by 3. This needs to be multiplied by 4. So I've got 7 on top. So 7 over 120 equals 1 over x. 7x equals 120. So x is equal to about 17.14. Okay, so can they wash the car in less than 16 minutes? No. It takes them over 17 minutes. Alright, number 3, I'm going to skip it because we did it yesterday. So if you want, go back and look at the other notes video. Number 4, it says Freddie can paint a fence in 4 hours. Suzanne can paint a fence in 2 hours. How long will it take them to paint the fence together? So let's look at Freddie. We know that it takes Freddie 1 fence in 4 hours. Suzanne would be 1 fence in 2 hours. Together is 1 fence in x hours. So 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2 is equal to 1 over x. So this is easy breezy. Common denominator of 4, so let's make this 2 over 4. So it's going to be 3/4 is equal to 1 over x. So 3x equals 4, so x equals 4/3, or we could say about 1.33 hours. 4/3 hours, whatever you want to say. Alright, let's look at number 5. 2 college students have started their own business, building computers from kits. Working alone, 1 student can build a computer in 20 hours. So let's say student A can be 1 over 20 hours. With the second student helps, they can build a computer in 7.5 hours. So together, they can build it in 1 over 7.5 hours. We want to know student B, right? So when the second student helps, about that, how long will it take the second student working alone to build a computer? So 1 over x, right? Because alone, he's going to build it 1 over x. Alone, he builds it 1 over 20. So I'm going to add these together to get my together time. So 1 over 20 plus 1 over x is equal to 1 over 7.5. So it's a little bit different than what we've been doing. Alright, so I need to find a common denominator. Common denominator here is going to be 20x. So we need to multiply this by x, multiply this by 20. So x plus 20 over 20x is equal to 1 over 7.5. So we cross multiply again, we get 20x is equal to 7.5x plus 150. So let's get our x's together. So subtract 7.5x, and we get 12.5, yeah, is equal to 150. So x is roughly 12 hours. So it's going to take B 12 hours. Aiden, last one. Aiden can complete a project in 3 days, Bernie in 4 days, Cynthia in 6 days, each working alone. Well, what about together, right? So let's go. Aiden's going to be 1 over 3. Bernie, 1 over 4. Cynthia, 1 over 6. Together, 1 over x. So we got 1/3 plus 1/4 plus 1/6 equals 1 over x. So let's find a common denominator here. Common denominator I see is going to be 12. So I'm going to multiply this by 4, multiply this by 3, multiply this by 2. 7, 9, so 9/12 is equal to 1 over x. 9x equals 12, divided by 9. X equals 4/3, so what, 1.33 days. Easy breezy, peeps.